go live tomorrow, but I said, fuck it. I'm feeling kind of cool. I was seeing a lot of comments, man. Ooh, excuse me, from people saying, don't let the trolls get to me. Let me share something with y'all, man. Whenever somebody talk about my family, whether they lying or telling the truth, my family is off limits, man. I don't care who it is, troll, friend, even another family member. You're off limits when it's coming to my immediate family and my homies, keeping it 100, especially when you're full of bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? But we're gonna get off that. I'm gonna stop yelling about the trolls. You understand what I'm saying? But check this out. Somebody wanted to know where the bully was from. The bully is from Compton Front Brothers, the first generation of my hood. That's my big homie. I come like 2 or 3 years after him. His big brother, that's in his 80s, that's still living, was my first baseball coach, Joe James. You understand what I'm saying? We got to be mindful, man, about something. I post these pictures. I tell you about my story. I'm not trying to glorify nothing. I'm just sharing my experience, strength, and hope. Hopefully, somebody can get it and don't have to repeat the same shit I've repeated in my life. You understand what I'm saying? I was kind of disturbed by some of the comments I got, but it don't hinder me, and it's not going to dampen my enthusiasm. I was just disturbed, right? Because haters come in all forms, shapes, and fashions, right? Today, man, I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker think about me, his opinion of what I went through in my life. Because what I went through in my life, I paid for that. Now I'm paying for my happiness, man. So when I was going through some pain in my life, a whole lot of motherfuckers didn't have a comment. Now that I got a whole lot of joy in my life, motherfuckers got a whole lot to say. You understand what I'm saying? But life is good, so I can't do no complaining. I'm on a mission to get this sit down for the inner city youth off the ground. I'm gonna do something with my homeboy Artie that's gonna participate with me in this inner city youth program. We're gonna do something this month. Pass out toys in the park in my hood before Christmas. I'm participating in that. He want to bring Melly Mel to do the filming, and we're gonna see what it do. You know what I mean? Hopefully y'all tap in. You understand what I'm saying? Bam in the frontliners, man. I appreciate all of y'all. Let me send a shout out to Kev Mack and the Maniacs, the Hood Postman. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody in his chat line. You understand what I'm saying? But here's the story for y'all. I wanted to Pretty Kenny, but he couldn't get the link in just right yesterday, just to address some of the shit that people been saying. Because Too Pretty Kenny been knowing me since I was like 13 or 14. When I really started gang banging, having that blue rag deep in my pocket. I got 6 people in one like. Come on, man. Y'all hit these like buttons, subscribe to OG Bam, Compton Front of it. Too Pretty Kenny been knowing me since I was a puppy, man. Once I became of age, Too Pretty Kenny had moved out the city. But he a real one, right? Too Pretty Kenny is a real one. When he get to talking so fast, he exaggerated a little bit, right? Because I don't believe he ever told on nobody. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't no paperwork, and that ain't what's going on in front hood, the corner pocket that he would ever have rat, because we never heard of that. I'm not defending him, but this is what I do want to address. Let's be careful on YouTube, man. When you telling the person you pulling up on him, and you get to saying talking that east side shit out the west side of your mouth, because all in all actuality, you might be throwing a threat at a person, and that person might just call the police. Because we all know who monitoring YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? Just the viewers monitoring it. You got a whole lot of other people. Authorities is monitoring what's going on and what you say. So be careful what you say, man. Don't get caught up trying to be trying to check a motherfucker. Cause a man can't never check another man. But you can ask the man, what's up, Reggie Owens? But a man can't ask a man to correct himself on how he get at him. I learned that a long time ago, man. It's an opportunity. Opportunity come knocking at the door. So when the opportunity presents itself, don't bypass it. Get off where you get mad at. You don't have to feed into negativity when people coming at you with negativity. It's a whole lot of people on YouTube putting 100 on a 10, want to be more than what they are. jealous of the next man. See, I'm a dude that give a real person his propers. Anybody real, man, woman, child, I'm gonna give them they real, right? That's why I always send shouts out to Kev Mack. You understand? That's the gang historian. I'm just here to give you some prison stories, some gang stories, right? Because I tell you this, man, Cripism today is turning Raymond and Tookie over in their grave. Because this wasn't their attention. Somewhere down the line, we lost focus on what being a Crip was. And by that I mean this: killing kids and mothers and grandparents wasn't part of the script. Crip was created to protect his own community. You understand what I'm saying? In some type of way, we deviated from the agenda. I'll be the first to say that, man. And I'm not the first to say that. It's a whole lot of OG Crips that's saying that. But I'm also one that's not gonna blame the younger generation for all the chaos that's going on. The reason I say that is a lot of OG dudes or older cats, and I take that back, not OG dudes. A lot of older cats is jealous how these youngsters carrying themselves because they was doing it a little bit raw than us. They was touching more money than us. These youngsters, they passed for six figures on the lick. In my generation, 5,000 was a lick. 15,000 was a gift. You understand what I'm saying? 30,000 was a blessing. You understand what I'm saying? These youngsters, they pass on some real licks. It's a whole lot of successful youngsters out here, man, that don't participate, don't partake in that bullshit that we see on the news media. When I be looking at TikTok, man, and people running the T-Mobile, snatching phones and shit, I don't understand why they do that, right? But hey, to each his own, man. If you want to get 10, 20 years for taking phones up out of a phone store, that's on you. You understand what I'm saying? There's no crime worth you losing your freedom for, where you can justify losing your freedom because you lose more when you're in prison than you do when you're on the streets. You understand what I'm saying? You lose your woman, you lose your parents, brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, grandparents. We got to start being more mindful and take things into consideration, right? We got to always remember when I look at this shit on YouTube and these dudes going in these stores, snatching purses and taking phones, somebody is filming them. Everybody want to cut their camera on when a crime is going on. So hey man, check this out. It's a whole lot of rats out there, boy. And watch this. Some people say when you're a civilian, you ain't snitching, right? But if the phone store just letting them run in there taking, why you want to film it? Shouldn't somebody in the phone store be filming? Why should an innocent bystander be filming? Because they're not taking nothing from you. They're taking it from the phone stores, the people that sell purses. Good looking out, Reggie, on because them is facts, man. I'm trying to keep it 100. You understand what I'm saying? I had a wonderful weekend, man, with my queen. My niece just made some bomb ass chili and rice and some cornbread. I knocked that shit down. I'm gonna full like a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? The girl can cook, man. I got a niece, she can cook her ass off. My nephew definitely picked him a winner. He definitely picked the winner. I'm glad he married this one, didn't marry them other nuts. You understand what I'm saying? But listen to me, man. My weekend was cool. I ran into one of my childhood best friends. One of my childhood best friends. I'm talking about from the sandbox. You know, me and my girl left all the way where we used from because we enjoyed it all the way to go to Woody's and get some barbecue. And after my best friend Maury pulled off, his little brother pulled off in the same way Maury was staring at me. His little brother was staring at me. Man, I ain't seen this little brother, Jerry Bullard, since Jerry Bullard was like in the fifth grade. And the first thing he said, man, you still look the same. Boy, ain't God good. Black don't crack, y'all. Right? But that made my weekend special. It was already special because I was with the woman I love. But it made it special because I ran into my best friend. I called my other best friend, all us grew up together. Me, Willie Robinson, Maury Bullard, Dwayne Scott, Maurice, baby not big brothers, Maurice and Rick. And it's it's an honor and a privilege to see that we still living and that we're grateful for the life that God has given us. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, man, sometimes I'm not going to talk about prison stories. Sometimes I ain't going to throw this gang shit at you. I'm going to throw this black shit at you and saying, hey, man, we're not a product of our environment. Our environment is a product of us. And that we got to start rebuilding our communities. We got to stop waiting in the shadows for somebody else to do it for us because they don't care about us. We got to learn how to care about ourselves and how to care about each other. That's the name of the game today, man. Each one teach one. Start loving yourself so you can be able to transmit love to somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? Because the black youth need us today. Thank you, Michael Bailey. Thumbs up to you. The black youth need us today. You understand what I'm saying? I was seeing some shit on TikTok talking about they finna get some reparation shit in California to the blacks. I believe it when I see it. You understand what I'm saying? Gavin Newsom ain't that hell of a motherfucking governor want to give us some free money. Not like that. You understand what I'm saying? But I believe it when I see it, man. Do I believe blacks is entitled to some form of reparation? Yes, I do. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody else got it. Why we can't get it? You know what else I've been noticing, man? I was on the highway and I seen some wicked shit, man, on how black folks turn their nose at each other for to speak to somebody else instead of speaking to each other. And every time I see a black man or a black woman, man, I extend my salutations. And when they roll their eyes at me, or when a sister clamp her person, get on the opposite side of the street, that fucks me up. It's like stabbing me in my heart. So hey, I'm not out here to get you or do nothing to you. I'm out here to love you better than you might love your damn self. You understand what I'm saying? We got to really learn how to love each other and start appreciating each other, man. That's what's needed in the black community. You understand what I'm saying? We got to stop complaining about what somebody else ain't doing for us and complain about what we're not doing for ourselves. Because this is the cold part. We know the problem. We know the solution to the problem. Let's stop throwing logs in the fire to bring the flame up. Let's start throwing water on the flames, man, to take the fire out. You understand what I'm saying? Let's rebuild our community because it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to keep the village intact. And we're all responsible for what's going on in the village. It ain't, hey, our problem just ain't with the gang members, man. Gang members ain't just started this problem. This problem was here before gangs ever just came in our community. Don't forget, man, before it was Crips and Bloods, it was Slaussons and businessmen, gladiators, avenues. You understand what I'm saying? Crips and Bloods didn't create the drive-bys. Look at them old gangster movies, Al Capone, them, man. If you look at any gangster movie, they was doing drive-bys with them Thompsons. Say, let's get mad at how these Uzis got put in our hands. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get mad that somebody in your family was on crack. Get mad at the motherfucker that brought the crack over here. You understand what I'm saying? This is the shit we're supposed to protest on. Let's not protest against each other because this is the reality of it, right? If we stop pointing fingers at each other, we won't have three pointing at ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? But if we start standing up for each other and showing some form of unity, people gonna start respecting us more. We're gonna demand our respect. You understand what I'm saying? Let's stop whining and bow down to this bullshit. Give you an example of what I'm saying. Y'all seen how Shaq and Charles Barkley, even LeBron punk ass. Well, I know y'all like the Lakers. I can't stand them. I tell my nephew every time they win, I hope they don't make it to the playoffs, right? But all them people was belittling or had something negative to say about Kyrie. When all Kyrie did was say, read a book and go check out a documentary. And this is the cold part, man. Every gang member my age and younger in his mid-40s, even late 30s and early 20s, when they go to prison, they start reading things besides urban novels. Don't nobody want to read about an urban novel. Can't no urban novel tell you how to be you. All it's telling you how destruction is caused in your neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? But we start reading this literature finding out where we came from, but we can know where we. Because if you don't know where you came from, you ain't gonna know where you're going. Trust and believe that, man. If you don't know where you came from, you ain't gonna know where you're going. You understand what I'm saying? And Hebrews, the Negro, that's reality. We are the first Jews. That's the cold part about it. And I hope they don't block me or take me down. But this is the truth. But then you get these other dudes that come on YouTube, brothers that want to emulate Charleston White by belittling the black community. They want to emulate Gunner and American Buster, aka American Cholo, but by point got something to say about people like me, people like Melly Mill about what we doing on our podcasts. Hey man, check this out, man. My podcast is here to enlighten and give knowledge to those that's blind. And the enlightenment of those that want to see. You can walk the horse to the river, but he might not want to take that water. Hey, well, check this out, man. You walk me to the well, I'm gonna get a whole lot of water, man. I've been like a sponge all my life, just sucking up game. I ain't never been misled. A lot of mistakes I made in life because I was putting too much on it. I was putting 100 on the tree and trying to be more than what I was. Yeah, I created a name for myself in that gang circle. Yeah, I went to prison. I was known to pick up them knives and bust on somebody. I was known to fight the police. You understand what I'm saying? Because I felt that was the life I wanted to live. But what y'all need to understand was Crippin was a choice, man. I'm a black man. Crippin was a choice. I was born a black man. Crippin was a choice. Now, who is this? Let me see this comment, man. Now, man said put some respect on his name. They ain't sounding like Birdman. I don't even know who that dude is. Man, let me share something with you, brother. I don't have your name in my mouth. I don't even know. Don't wish to know. But let me keeping it back to what I was saying. We got to also understand that this is what we got to deal with. People like that, and people that tap into my show and like listening to me say I shouldn't feed in that. And you're right, Righteous a troll. Trolls for real, man. But so watch this. I wear my feelings on my sleeve, man. I'm not just, I don't know how to eliminate trolls. You understand what I'm saying? They like a migraine. You know, when you get a migraine, you gotta take an Advil or something. You understand? When you get a toothache, you gotta take a pill to get rid of it. Hey, you're right, Snoopy Mac, that's a troll, and I got you, right? But listen to me, y'all. Somebody, I'm gonna flip topics. Somebody asked me to give him a Pretty Boy story. Me and Pretty Boy was in Tracy together. I was in Old Folsom when Pretty Boy first got his life sentence started at Old Folsom. Pretty Boy hooked me up with a girl named Kathy, man. But what he didn't know was that she had ended up marrying another Crip dude, and this Crip dude hit the yard, man. This Crip dude hit the yard, and he came to me. I guess she must have told me it's a dude up there I used to write. So he got at me, you was hollering at my wife. I'm like, who your wife? And he tell me. I'm like, yeah, man. I hooked her best friend over JJ from Grayton. They got married. You understand what I'm saying? But me and dude was cool, but he had animosity and hatred towards me. Come to find out later on, when he should have been mad at his wife. You feel what I'm saying? Watch this. Pretty Boy from the 60s came to the penitentiary hooking a whole lot of people. It was females, right? And these females was worthy. Only thing was they just like niggas in the penitentiary. You understand what I'm saying? And the same girl that Pretty Boy hooked me up with, she hooked me up with one of her partners, right? After I stuck my hand so deep in her purse, I hooked up with my homeboy Pep from Santana. The first thing she told Pep on this visit, oh no, man, Bam already worked me for a little money. And it wasn't that I was trying to take advantage of a woman in the penitentiary when I was in jail. I was trying to find somebody that can love me as well as me loving them. That's why I got a best friend today, Poo Poo. She's a minister. This is my ex-woman. This woman stayed down for me, man, for 19 years and 8 months. ran for me, looked out for me. I wasn't missing nothing. She took good care of me. Uh, I love her kids like they mine. You understand what I'm saying? I consider myself having, I don't have no biological kids, so I got 3 stepdaughters, right? Jasmine. Then I got another Jasmine. Now, my 2 youngest stepdaughters, man, which y'all don't know, they Damus. Now, if I wouldn't have been in the pen, would they have been gang members? I can't say that. But this is something my second stepdaughter, Jasmine, found out. She got into it in her hood with a little dude tried to press on her. My little daughter, Jasmine, the Tater, got hands, right? And I made a phone call from the penitentiary, and somebody from my daughter's hood, Bebop Watts, told her, she said, hey, Jasmine, hey, y'all daddy got a lot of pub, man, a lot of clout up in that penitentiary, because whoever it was that got it in file, somebody already pulled him, say, man, pump your motherfucking brakes. I love my daughters, Jasmine, both Jasmines and Tater. Tater, my sweetheart, man. She got a little son now. You understand what I'm saying? I love my step grandkids. Watch this, man. My uncles and aunties say in our family ain't no such thing as a step nothing. Either it's yours or it ain't yours. You understand what I'm saying? I respected any woman that represented me when I was in the penitentiary and stayed down for me. And when I came home, I gave them the same thing they gave me. You understand what I'm saying? That's why me and Poo Poo best of friends today. You understand? She's a minister in Las Vegas, and she living her life. So it touches me when she tells me how proud she is of me, and I tell her, you play a role in me changing my life. Hey, watch this, Snoopy Mac. Somebody told me a long time ago, man, my homie Maine and Lester Daddy said, boy, you sweet dick dandy with the candy nuts, right? Hey, watch this, man. If you ain't got no mouthpiece, you're gonna drown yourself. I'm gonna talk myself out of wet pepper bag, man. I'm one of them non-active gang members. Can honestly say today that a whole lot of Damus ain't my enemies. And when I say that, I'm really want to clarify something. So let me rectify the statement that I just said. There's no Damu in California or on earth that's my enemy. There is some Damus that I might personally dislike, but they're not my enemies. And I'm not, if I was to see them, that don't mean we're gonna get into it. We just might acknowledge each other and that's it. I don't have a black man as an enemy. Now they might have me as an enemy, that's on them. But I don't have a black man as an enemy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a 60 plus non-active game. I'm an OG from my hood, Compton front hood. Never been shot or stabbed. Never been to the hospital for nothing. And that ain't because I thought I was tough. That's because God been watching over me for the longest, man. And I appreciate him putting the shield on my life the way he has. You understand what I'm saying? But today, man, my life is turned around, and all I want to do is bring peace in my community and rebuild my community, make my community look better. And when I say my community, I'm not just talking about front hood, I'm not just talking about Compton. I'm talking about every ghetto in America. But I got to start in Los Angeles, California. This inner city youth sit down I want to create. It's not just for the kids in Compton. It's for anybody. When we put them flyers and put it out there, it's for anybody to bring their kids. I want to be able to have brunch with them. You understand what I'm saying? If I can fill them up, feel their stomachs up, they won't move. They're going to want to listen. I'm going to have some speakers there, man. Me and Artie even talked about it, and we're ready. And I tell you, Melly Mill going to be, I'm going to ask Kev Mack to come and speak. Because Kev Mack got some stories. He ain't got to just give you no gang history. Kev Mack got history based on his own life. I want Too Pretty Kenny there. You understand what I'm saying? Too Pretty Kenny grew up on the same street DeRozan that played for the Chicago Bulls grew up on. Too Pretty Kenny went to school with some of DeRozan's aunties. You understand what I'm saying? I know DeRozan mama. I knew his mother, twin sister, Donna. DeRozan mother is Diane. Watch this. DeRozan is a success story coming out of Corner Pocket. David Greenwood played for the Chicago Bulls back in the day. UCLA, Bourbon Day High School in Los Angeles. He's a success story that come up out of front hood. Freeman McNeil, he's a success story that come up out of front hood. Dan Nelson used to play for the Vikings. He's a success story that came from Corver Park. You understand what I'm saying? So when you hear dudes get on here like Charleston White saying ain't no successful people come out the Crip communities or the Damu communities, he's a motherfucking lie. Look at the Williams sisters. Watch this, man. Because a person used to be a Crip or a Damu and become a lawyer or a doctor, he ain't got to tell the world he used to be that. So I don't want you to judge me on my past, judge me on my future. My past will always hinder me. But if you don't look at my past, see, that's why I like it when you can go get a job and they say, have you been convicted 7 years within 7 years of a crime? See, it was one time I wouldn't fill out a job application because I went to prison that I ain't think I can get the job. When they say you ain't been convicted within 7 years, that means they ain't judging you on your past. Thank you. Hey, watch this. Dan Nelson come up out of Stanford with Elway. I went to school with Dan Nelson and his little brother, Kevin Nelson. Kevin Nelson went to UCLA. Listen to me, man. Them my homeboys. You understand what I'm saying? Roy Hampton used to play for UCLA with David Greenwood. Floyd Hayes played for the Atlanta Falcons. Success story up out of front hood. Cleveland Van Een played for the Indianapolis Colts. Success story that come up out of front hood. It's a whole lot of success stories come up out of Crips and Blood communities. Somebody wanted me to give him a Terry Carter story. Man, it's the best story I can give you about Terry Carter, man. He a dude that supported a whole lot of families in West Side Piru and everywhere else. It's some rappers that if it wasn't because of Terry Carter, they wouldn't be shit. If it wasn't for Terry Carter, man, Ice Cube wouldn't be where he was at today. Now, Ice Cube might not tell you that, but the first movie he ever did, The Players Club, Terry Carter and Lillian Carter, executive producers of the soundtrack. Terry, brother that looked out for everybody. Was he a blood? Yeah, well, he grew up on Piru Street. But he was a humble Damu, a respected Damu. You understand what I'm saying? He had car lots. Then he got into real estate. I admired Terry Carter, man. I had a whole lot of love and respect for Terry Carter. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, watch this, man. Eden Puddin, one of the founders of West Side Piru. I might have didn't like him, but I respected him. And what I respect about him, he wasn't no punk. When I see AC Bobby Louie Bodacious on there, listen to me, man. AC, yeah, you get some people say, well, he was a Crip before, then he turned Damu. Hey, man, watch this, man. He put more work in as a Damu than he did a Rip. And he helped put Piru on the map. I consider him a big homie. You understand what I'm saying? A brother Wolf tapped in the other day, said they got front hoods in New York. And I didn't know that. I'd love to meet somebody from New York that's claiming my neighborhood. Let me give you a history of where you come from, but you won't put a blemish on me. Because see, watch this, man. When you got these hoods that's claiming hoods and they from out of state, now I ain't taking nothing from people out of state that's claiming these neighborhoods. But you ain't representing your state. You represent a neighborhood. So if you got a blemish, when you start doing foul shit and weird shit, it's a blemish on whatever hood you represent out of LA. Because see, Crippin come from Los Angeles. Damuism come from Los Angeles. Yeah, you can get on here and say United Blood Nation up in New York. Watch this, man. United Blood Nation started in the county jail by Peabody from Denver Lanes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I used to didn't like Cardi B. How do you say her name? Because she barely can talk anyway, so I can fuck her name up. She can rap good, but you barely can understand her. What's up, baby? How you living? Hey, baby, you know my Uncle Russell, homie. Live down the street from Junior. I'm on 55th. Now watch this. Like I used to didn't like Cardi B when I was in the pen. I see on TV. I don't want to wear this salute. Watch this, man. Here's a female. Hey, check this out, brother. Lil Lenny, Jama didn't die out. They still exist. It's just a new generation of them. Watch this, man. Jamas are here. You see, they gonna stay alive long as it's a prison. Them brothers ain't died out. It's just in California CDC, how do I feel about, let me finish this. In California Departments of Corrections, man, Jama, Keyways, Damus, Kumi, they still exist. So people just don't follow up under the structures that they putting out. People up under these constitutions. Jama got a bad name on them. Monday through Friday, they was revolutionaries. Half of them on Saturday and Sunday, they was dope junkies, dope things. Let me see what that last question was, man. How do you feel about Mexicans saying the N-word? Hey, Nike Mo, I do not like it. And the cold part is, reason I don't like it. Exactly, baby. That's my daddy's brother, huh? That's why I seen your people. Hot Shot was at the funeral. You feel me? Listen to me, man. Asians, everybody that ain't black use the N-word. They justify using it, but when we ask them not to use it, they do this. Why they getting mad? They use it. But go up to a Hispanic and call him a wetback. Go up to a Sereno and call him a Paisa that ain't a Paisa. He gonna tell you he's not that. But see, this the cold part. We don't go around calling each other essays. So why would they want to call each other niggas? Want me to tell you why? Because they emulating us. They want to be us. Whole lot of people want to be us, man. So we got to show them how to best represent black. You understand what I'm saying? Watch it. Wherever you go in America, now you see them in Gucci this, Louis Vuitton that. But it was one time in them early 90s and late 30s when you seen people walking around, every piece of clothes from the drawers to the jeans to the tennies, everything was black. Jordans, Karl Kani, Young Fubu, and they just emulating us. But I dislike them using the N-word, and they know we do. Because you can catch some young Hispanic dudes that use the N-word. When they come around dudes my age, they don't use it. I mean, no, man, y'all ain't supposed to use that word. Who told y'all can use it? And I ain't finna blame it on the young generation. I ain't finna blame it on rap music. I'm gonna blame it on them wanting to emulate us. Hey, watch this. And I feel you, man. Check this out. When I was in Calipat, was an essay dude named Loco. He was a chair tender. He used to bring things to me from some of my homies to the cell. And he was from Compton. So I heard him use the N-word one day talking to one of his people. So when he come to my cell, I said, man, when you be coming to fuck with me, why you don't never say that word? He said, oh, gee, I know y'all don't like us using that word. See, they know who they can say it in front of and who they can't say it in front of, right? But see, I got a problem with American Cholo saying it, calling us coons and niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck us. Watch this. Gunner, body up. He fake like he don't use it. So he put rap music on when he come bring his show on. For the rap music and say instead of him saying it. Because watch this, man. Who don't sing along to their music? Who don't sing along to their music, man? Everybody sing along to their music, so you know they gonna use the word. And this the cold part, they black. They just don't want to admit that they black. They black. They don't want to admit that they black. But they black. You understand what I'm saying? So do I have a problem when I'm saying it? Hell yeah. Do we need to have a dialogue where I tell them they don't need to say it and this is the reason why they don't need to say it? Hell yeah. That's the purpose of this inner city youth sit down I want to have. To teach the kids that it's lingo out here that shouldn't be shared. It's words that shouldn't be shared. You understand what I'm saying? I got the front line of stepping in, and I'm going to ask y'all again. Donate from $1 to $5. OG Bam. For the sit down. $ OG Bam 131. This is for a sit down that I want to create. Start by February or March of next year. We need donations, man. We truly need donations. I'm going to do a live with Artie about a week when I learn how to really put the lives, tap people into my show. But we need that. Gonna say black tells because they are too emotional. Or we're too emotional. Imagine that. Watch this, man. Yeah, I'm still sipping. We're too emotional. If you could see what their people looked like before the Spanish conquest got a hole in them, it would hurt some of them. Yes, it would. Hey, check this out, man. There's nothing wrong with being emotional. It's about how you respond to your emotions. Like the other day when the troll came in there with my homeboy R8 said, man, why don't say my big brother name? And a troll got in here and said, oh man, Vader used to fuck with Sheep Nails. That offended me. That like stabbed me in my heart, like shot me in the back of my neck or something, in the back of my head, right? People say shit for shock value. And we allow them to say it, they're gonna keep saying it. I ain't saying step to nobody violently. What I'm saying, when you hear Hispanic using the N-word, pull them. Tell him, because I do that. Express to him that you don't like him using that word in your presence and tell him why he shouldn't use that word. And my example is this, because I just did this with a Hispanic dude about 2 weeks ago. I say, man, you think it's cool using the N-word? I said, what's up, wetback? Immediately, the smile turned into a frown. Then we got to talking, and he said, man, you trying to take my ghetto pass? I say, no, I'm just trying to tell you what words you shouldn't use. Hey, man, demand your respect. We got brothers on here when they be at Walmart and the white police is harassing them. Look at TikTok, man. Look at some of the videos that get put on YouTube when police of another color that ain't black or the security guards in TikTok harassing these brothers or these sisters. First thing come out their mouth, nigga, who you think you talking to? Black folks call anybody nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And some of them is youngsters that do that, but they don't know no better. So when you don't know no better, you ain't gonna do no better. But when you know better, you do better. So that's what I mean when I say it's all about an enlightenment. Is it okay if a white person said the N-word but has one black parent? Hell no. And in the cold part, if he got a black parent, he black. Y'all ever seen Prison Break? Y'all ever seen that movie Prison Break? And the brother that tattooed up all the things that go in prison before he can break his brother out? That dude's a brother. He ain't no white boy. He look white, but he a brother. Do your research, man, and your homework. Listen what I'm saying, man. You hear motherfuckers tell us South Africans, people in Africa don't like niggas in America. Nelson Mandela loved us. So stop going by a myth. If you ain't met no African and he ain't told you he disliked you, stop going by what other people tell you, man. See, that's the problem too. We go by a whole lot of bullshit that we ain't got no facts on. We believe what somebody else tell us instead of believing what we supposed to know. See, some Muslim brother said this on TikTok. You know what's wrong with the black generation? We Google minded. When somebody tell you something, you just Google it. You don't read no books, you Google it. Go read a book. Go read a book. Go find out where you really come from. You understand what I'm saying? Go find out how much black folks created to society. We're the first, man. This is what we got to learn how to understand and embrace. You understand what I'm saying? And is C-Mac real? Hey man, I never met C-Mac. Watch, he got to be real. Shit, he's standing up for what he believed in. What comes out of his mouth, he representing it. I don't have nothing against that young brother. I reached out to the young brother one time based on the tattoo on his forehead. And I'm speaking on the tattoo, man. Let me share this with y'all too. C-Mac ain't the first one, first Crip, or first black gang member, blood Crip, that put their enemies where everybody can see it. Let me share this with you, man. I heard some dude say, yeah, if you go to the pen and you take your shirt off and you see CK on you, a Crip gonna rush you. Or if a Crip see BK on you, they gonna rush. Bullshit. So a whole lot of Damus got that tatted on them, CK. It's millions of Crips got CK, BK tatted on them. Ain't nobody, when you get to prison, man, It's a whole new arena. Them tattoos was there before he got there. Now, if he get them tattoos when he in prison, he creating a problem. I had a homeboy from Blake put bounty hunter on the man, whacked out. And he had to answer to that, but he didn't store no big melee on the yard. He just had to take them fades because they knew what he did that in jail. They already knew he was a bounty hunter killer, so why you have to advocate it? Hey man, I've been a Damu killer since from the very beginning of my gang activity. But ain't no BK tatted nowhere on me. I ain't got to advertise that I'm a BK. I already know I'm one. Next, some of them know that I'm one. So you got to be careful when you hear people say Bompton. Hey man, if you ain't from Compton and you a Damu, you shouldn't say that word. And when you saying that and you're addressing the crib with the word Bompton, you being disrespectful. You feel me when you say the biddy, when you supposed to say city? When you saying that to a Kiwi, you being disrespectful. Because Damu say that amongst themselves. They don't say that freely to create drama. You feel me? Do you know? Oh, yeah, I know OG Brado. That's my homeboy. I know him real good. You feel me? Brad, he helped. Watch this, man. Brado is like Kel McAmelly Mill. He helped bring Bam out on YouTube. I remember when he first started 90 Streets of America, he reached out and told me, he said, man, I'm going to need you, big. We're going to do this. And we did it. Urban Witness, I'm a subscriber of that. Hey, man, watch this, man. It ain't nobody on here from Compton I might not know. And if they somebody, I got to know him. Gangster, Melly Mill, Brady. Watch this, Olatola Marv. You understand what I'm saying? If you from Compton and you on here, you got a podcast, I got to know you. Or you got to know me. Or we heard of each other. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't take nothing from nobody, man. But again, I need y'all to, the frontliners done already started this, man, and few of my little people that be on my views, man. Please, dollars for youth, sit down. $ OG Band 131. Let's get the ball rolling, man. Let's bring this shit up. Let's start the shit to rolling, man. Let's make this happen because the kids need us, man. We don't need each other. The kids need us. It's all about saving the youth. It's all about rebuilding our community. Another thing, if anybody in the greater Los Angeles, anybody, OG Bam, look at my comment. I'm looking at your comment, right? If anybody in the greater Los Angeles got grand graffiti on their garage, on the back of their house, or in their place of business, tap into my show, reach out to me if I can send you my email. Buy the paint, I'm gonna paint it for free. I'm trying to give back to the community. So I'm gonna do that played a destructive role in the community being fucked up. So today I'm trying to rebuild the community. Today I want to make the community better. I want to make it safer for the kids. You understand what I'm saying? Crip to me means Christ restore important people. I'm an important person. So Christ restored my life and gave me life, and he let me know that, man, I give you your life and it's on you on how you manage life. So I don't wake up trying to take chances. I'd rather take the choice. You understand what I'm saying? I don't make excuses for nothing. Excuses for weak people. You got these brothers that ain't never been to the pen, don't even want to get a job. All they want to do is post up at home, play PlayStation, smoke weed, and hang out with the homies. Then they wonder why they woman don't want them. Don't no woman want a lazy motherfucker. Just like don't no man want a woman. Is all she do is be on the phone all motherfucking thing. Is Wack 100 a shot caller? Hell no. Wack 100 is a shot caller at his rappers. He's a manager. He's not a shot caller where he's from. Wack, watch this. He don't even conduct himself like a shot caller. He conduct himself like a child. He busy idle gossiping, doing idiotic shit on YouTube and Clubhouse. He busy running from his ops when it's time for him to see him. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to me, man. Being an OG is a title earned, not just given. Having any type of influences in your neighborhood is something that's given to you. It's not just you got to earn that. It's not just given. It's a title earned, not given. And this is what people need to understand. You understand what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of motherfuckers might get on here and say what they was, but I'm here to tell you, man, I done seen a few YouTubes, man. So I can vouch for GQs, Rockhead, Pretty Boy and them in the penitentiary. But it's a whole lot of other motherfuckers that was in the pen, man. I can't vouch for them. Them dudes was on level 4 girls 8 months, tucked their tail and got to a level 3 and worked their ship all the way down to a level 2. Because they was looking for a date. While a lot of us was in there staying down for our crown, representing blackness. Crippin didn't keep me in jail. Representing blackness kept me in jail. Because I had more racial rides than I had Damu rides. I got into it with the police over racial shit because they was trying to fuck over me. See, every black man in America is a political freedom, political prisoner, I mean. And this is what, because you're already in jail based on your color. You got over sentenced because of your color, not because of your crime. You understand what I'm saying? Then we got topics about who's telling, who ain't telling. Hey man, I don't address Mob James' situation because if you listen to Mob James, he's addressing it enough. He's committing to something because he throwing out lugs and shade and he shouldn't have to do that. I love to talk to FG because he say, man, wonder what Bam them got to say about what my homeboy having that dude on his show. Melly Mel is a YouTube journalist, man. So he gonna put people on his show so he can get an interview and let them enlighten the audience to what's really going on. Hey, check this out, man. When it come on YouTube, and somebody corrected me on this, when it come on YouTube, it ain't Crip business. It's anybody business because we're allowing other people to have opinions. It's not Damu business because we're allowing other people to have an opinion. So when you have your differences out on YouTube, everybody got an opinion on it. So let's stop getting angry about what somebody else might say. I play a role in that. I get angry at some of the shit I hear and motherfuckers might say when I be on here talking. But listen to me, man. I got tough skin. I respect the frontliners. I respect the other viewers that tap into my show and say, Bam, them trolls, don't let them get to you. Don't let them get me square. Because I'm going to stay down regardless, man. I ain't no scary nigga, but I ain't gonna never learn how to run. I ain't never ran track. I ain't no fan of track stars. I ain't never been, you feel me? Track and field ain't never been one of my fortes, man. I was always known to stay down. My big homie Haron told me, resting in peace. Get off where you get mad at. Sumo told me, go to the penitentiary, keep it crippin', don't keep it at all. I kept it crippin' when I went to the penitentiary. Baby bro, so I look like some of your family members in Birmingham. I got family down south, man. My family from Louisiana. It's a street named after my family in Delhi, Louisiana. My great uncle was the dean of Southern back in the 70s. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people in Cali family migrated from the South down here. You understand what I'm saying? We got to learn how to love each other, man. We really got to learn how to love each other. It's 48 minutes. I was gonna go live tomorrow, so I got a lot to do tomorrow. Again, I'm asking y'all. I got 17 people and 15 likes. From $1 to $5, man. Please donate to the Inner City Youth Foundation. I'm trying to get it up off the ground. $ OG Bam 131. Contribute to the youth, man. This is for the youth. This is for the youth, and it's going to happen. It's not about taking advantage of the black community. None of that. I'm not one to put 100 on the 10. And watch this, I don't sugarcoat shit, man. I'm a realist. I'm always keeping 100. So I'm asking you, donate to $13 OG Band 131, man. This is to get an inner city youth sit down, started and created and get it off the wheels. Donations is needed. Donations are needed. I wish I can get Shaq to come donate something, LeBron to come donate something. You know what I'm saying? Be easy. Why you say that, Blade? Hey, watch this, man. Sometimes you can be easy and sometimes you can be hard. It's a time to be easy and it's a time to be hard. Some people say it's aggressive. Watch this. Some people say I'm arrogant, but I'm not an arrogant dude. Don't get my confidence confused or misinterpreted with arrogance. I just got a whole lot of confidence in myself. So when I came up, man, we had the Sugar Ray Leonard Youth Foundation, Sugar Ray Robinson Youth Foundation. We had a whole lot of boys clubs in our community, team posters. We had sock hops and all this. So I just want to have an inner city youth sit down. So I can have people come talk to the black kids, brown kids, so we can do our thing together. Texas tapping in. Cowboy fan, y'all won tonight, my nephew said, man. Listen to me, man. So I appreciate anybody. I got 18 likes up there, 14 people. $ OG Bam 131 from $1 to $5. Anything else that's out the kindness of your heart. Contribute to the cause of this inner city youth sit down I'm trying to do, man. I need y'all. We need each other. Your child might not be in California, but watch this, man. Look at your child. Look at another child like you look at yours, because it all matters. You feel me? Hey, watch this. Hey, Blake, that's the cold part. Some of them do. Will I ever go to American Cholo podcast? Yeah, I would. If he invite me, and he ain't coming with no bullshit, because I got a whole lot to say. I ain't going on there to check him. I'm going on there to ask him he needs to come himself. And the first thing I was asking him if he invite me to a show would be this. Hey, man, I highly appreciate if you apologize to the black community for calling us coons and niggas. That's the first thing I'm asking. Then we can have some dialogue. See, he bring brothers on this show that ain't never confronted him about what he said. I go on No Jumper. Just to tell AD and AD from Compton that I felt you should have did a better dialogue with American Cholo that you did. You understand what I'm saying? He was doing all the talking while they was laughing. Because the little Hispanic dude be on No Jumper, he used the N-word. And No Jumper just sit there. Hey, watch this, man. What I'm gonna pull up 50 deep for? For what? I hate to say this, man. You might not want to believe this, understand it. I'm a one-man wrecking crew, man. If I pull up with 50D, this is gonna be some problems. So I'd rather pull up by myself. I might have one of my homies with me just to be before you can be seen and understand what I'm saying. See, watch this, man. When they have check-ins, see, I don't do no checking in if I go out of state, but I check in with my homies based on my topics I might throw. So, let's just say nobody but the law when they represent the gang, man. And I'm not trying to get caught up in no bullshit, because I love me today. All I'm trying to be is a teacher, man. Not a shot caller, not a leader, none of that. I'm just trying to be a teacher. I'm trying to open up people's eyes that can't see. I'm trying to give you some knowledge that you might have stepped over, but I never grabbed it. So again, y'all donate to $ OG Bam 131, man. 53 minutes. I got the chat up out here, man. I got 20 likes and 13 people in the chat. Hit that like and subscribe. And once again, $ OG Bam from $1 to $5 for the inner city youth program. Sit down, I'm trying to do. And with that said, if ain't nobody told you they love you today, OG Bam love you. Peace.